Good morning, everyone. This is Andrew Hall. You may call me Dr. Kennard. This is the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. Before we start talking about this guy right here, before we start, and why is he laughing? Why is he laughing? And why is Donald J. Trump frowning? I want to get into that in a little bit. First, I want to talk about my at-home test right here that I got today. I got yesterday, actually, through the mail. This is a free test I got. It's, of course, for COVID-19. And it is a free at-home test I got from the city I live in. How did I find out about this? I just went on my city's website and started looking around. I was looking for testing. I was looking for, going to a outpatient clinic or going to a doctor's office and getting a PCR test. And while I was looking around on my city's website, I saw that they were giving away free at-home tests. So I picked myself up one. It only took about 2 days to get here. And so I don't need it right now. I don't need this right now. You can see the nice reflection of my ring light right there. See, I don't need it right now, but it's in reserve in case I do need it, because I suspect I will at some point. So if you're wondering whether or not you too can get a free at-home test, go check out your city's website, maybe your state government's website. Check it out. County, maybe your county website has it. But it's definitely worth looking into in case you want to get a home test. All right. This show goes from 9 a.m. to 9:25 a.m. and then we do the open room. The open room is for progressives, for humanists, for atheists, agnostics, people on the left in all reality. That show goes from 9:30 to 10:30. You are invited to join if you're part of the community, if we know who you are, if you're engaged in the chat, or if I know you personally, or if someone here within the community can vouch for you. The reason why I'm saying this is because we are streaming on Twitter as well as on Facebook. And we're just reaching out to a broader audience right now. Okay, Joe Biden. This guy, he's laughing. Why is he laughing? By the way, the links to these stories are in the description below. Joe Biden is laughing. Why? Biden offers rare praise of Trump during COVID speech. So why would Joe Biden giving former President Trump, the treacherous Donald Trump, the traitor Donald Trump, why is this such a big win for the Democrats and a big loss for Donald J. Trump? Because you see, what you want to do to your enemy camp, is to create disunity. You want the other people, the Republicans, the Trumpists, the MAGA people, to be non-unified. That's the one big strength that fascism has over us, doesn't it? They always seem to be unified. Why? Because they have so much money going into their system. They have so much money going into Fox News. They have so many sponsors saying, you need to push this particular message. But right now, Donald J. Trump, in front of a live audience, and we covered the story yesterday, told people that, hey, I got boosted. Donald J. Trump got boosted, and he got booed. He got booed. And in the same news cycle, Marjorie Taylor Greene said, basically, vaccines are evil, boosters are evil, number of the beast, all that crazy talk that Marjorie Taylor Greene does. This creates a schism amongst the MAGA people. And once again, Donald J. Trump's biggest strength with his base is the fact that he stays on message continuously. He never admits he's wrong. He just keeps pushing forward. And the fact that he had to say, I got boosted, while a lot of his base hates that, that's a plus. That is a plus for us on the left. That's a plus for us who are Democrats, who are progressives. All right, I'm going to go into the story, everyone. Let's take a look at the first panel. President Joe Biden on Tuesday gave credit to the Trump administration for the development of the COVID-19 vaccine and praised his predecessor, Donald Trump, for getting a booster shot, making a rare moment where the two men have found common ground since Inauguration Day. Once again, for the moderates, for the independent voters, this looks great for Joe Biden. Look at him. Look at Joe Biden. He's reaching out to the other side. He's congratulating Donald J. Trump. Great optics for Biden. I got my booster shot as soon as they were available, Biden said during a speech from the White House about his administration's effort to address the Omicron variant of COVID-19, adding, and just the other day, former President Trump announced he had gotten his booster shot. Next panel. Trump told Fox News later on Tuesday that he appreciated Biden's comments. Can you hear Trump's teeth grinding? It's like, yes, I appreciate the man who beat me, Sleepy Joe Biden. Thank you for the compliment, sir. You can just almost hear Trump's teeth grinding. I was surprised to hear it, Trump said. I'm going to try to do my Trump impersonation. I think it was a terrific thing, and it makes a lot of people happy. I'm sorry for that. The 45th president said he holds Biden's comments will help a lot in bridging political divides in the country. Biden's remarks came 2 days after a video was released showing, which we showed on this channel, by the way, Trump being booed by a crowd when he addressed he'd received his booster shot at an event with Bill O'Reilly. According to video tweeted by O'Reilly's No Spin News, the former Fox News said, both the president and I are vaxxed. And then asked Trump, did you get the booster? Yes, Trump said, to a smattering of boos from the audience. If anything we know about Donald J. Trump, he's a fragile, fragile man, and he does not like getting boos from his own people. It really is music to my ears, everyone. Last panel. The former president's disclosure is a shift from his past stance. Trump previously said in a Wall Street Journal interview published in September that he was unlikely to get the booster shot, saying that he felt like he was in good shape from that standpoint and probably won't get the booster. So why is Donald J. Trump deciding to tell people that he got the booster? Well, he understands that the midterm elections, they're less than a year away, right? And that the only way Republicans are going to win is if they appear to be less like a lunatic, like less lunatic-y, like less, in these swing districts for these statewide positions, Republicans can't appear to be completely insane. And they have to appear to be in the middle ground. They have to appear to be moderate. So Donald J. Trump is trying to reposition himself and his people, to appear less like Nazis. But what we also see is that there's actually a more fascist wing of the fascist party led by Marjorie Taylor Greene. And she's like, we're going full fascist on this one, everyone. So there is a split within the MAGA movement. You probably don't hear about it that much, but there is a split. There is a split on messaging. And when there's a split on messaging for the MAGA people, that creates less excitement and less voter turnout. I'm just going to make a prediction right now because this is one of the few channels. I'm one of the few people that I'm happy to make a prediction. I predicted Donald J. Trump would win the election in 2016. I didn't like it. But if things are going right now, as we're sitting here a few days before Christmas, I don't think the Democrats are going to crater that much in November next year. I don't think the midterms, if things are going the way that they are going, then I'm not saying they're going to win, the Democrats, but I don't think it's going to be a colossal collapse that a lot of pundits are saying. That's what I'm going to say right here, right now, everyone. All right. So congratulations, Joe Biden. You didn't have to do a whole lot, but you took advantage of the situation. Job well done. All right. Wow. 27 comments. So I'm going to look at some of the comments here on YouTube because I can see the comments. I can't really see comments on Twitter or on Facebook. If you want to comment, you can come on over to YouTube and join the fun. All right. Just checking up how everyone's doing. Good morning, Tobin Templeman. Jessi Bear. Dee Parks says, good morning from Nadia, the land beyond the wardrobe. I know yesterday in the after party after show, I was talking about my frustrations with getting a test from my doctor. I actually was able to get a test yesterday. They gave me a call up at 2 p.m. and said, we just got some tests in. Get on over here. So I was able to get a proper test. And now I may be able to go back to work next week. Pretty good news. What's up, Shauna? Glad to see you. Humbug, John Hudson. Humbug, wow. Greetings from Switzerland. Greetings. Kendra, glad to see that you're negative, Kendra. I heard that you had a scare, right? You had a scare that maybe you had COVID, but apparently you don't. Good morning, Jess M. How is the girlfriend? The girlfriend is doing well. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, my girlfriend was diagnosed with COVID last Saturday. She has underlying health conditions. She is doing well right now. She is quarantining until I think she's out on the 28th. What's up, Black Female Atheist? Glad to see you here. Blazing. Yep, the girlfriend is doing well. Thank you. She is. She's down. I'm not going to tell you that this quarantining is, it is tough on her and it's, tough on me too. I don't really talk about my feels that much here, except for anger maybe. But yeah, it's been a difficult time for us. Phil, Jessi Bear, always glad to see Jessi Bear. All right, Simply Secular Day from the West Coast. What you'll notice here too is that we have an international flavor to the folks who show up. People from Canada, people from Switzerland, Denmark. All right. So Vesta, good morning, Vesta from Calgary. King Farouk, glad to see that you're here. All right. It's already time for the halftime tummy rub show. This is when we take a breather from the news cycle and take a look at some cats. Is that wrong? I think looking at cats is okay.
He's trying to be so sneaky. Where's Walter? Where could he be? I can't seem to find him anywhere. Silly boy.
So that's your cat for the morning. I'm sorry. I only uploaded one video with a cat. I just discovered it. I usually do a midpoint bit with a cat, and then I show another funny video with a cat at the end. But to my shock and horror, I only uploaded one cat-related video. So apologies. Maybe I'll just show this one again at the end of the show, everyone. Checking out the chat one more time before this is a positive news show that we have going on here this morning. It isn't always positive. Congratulations on getting your booster, Vesta. Congratulations. All right. Let's do this thing. What else is positive this morning? Hey, Proud Boy member pleads guilty for role in Capitol riot. Woohoo! I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background. She's in the room. Here it is. We're heading towards the first anniversary of this horrible event. But on the positive side, there is a Proud Boy member pleading guilty, probably turning over some pretty juicy evidence. Let's check out the story. Links in the description below, everyone. Matthew Green, a self-proclaimed member of the far-right group known as the Proud Boys, has pleaded guilty in federal court in Washington, D.C. to 2 criminal charges: conspiracy and obstruction of an official proceeding related to the Capitol siege on January 6th, 2021. The plea deal pledges Green's cooperation with the sprawling January 6th criminal probe in exchange for a reduced prison sentence and the dismissal of several other charges that had been pending against him. Green could help investigators understand more about the activities of the Proud Boys Central New York chapter. Oh my gosh. Some of you wonder how Biscuit is doing at times. Well, this is my cat Biscuit. She's lonely because the girlfriend and I have been quarantining. So this is my cat Biscuit. You'll see a few videos of her on the channel. She just really needed some love and attention. I hope, she's going to wave her paw hello. And now she doesn't like being held for too long. So I'm sorry for that interruption. We're going to get back to this story about a Proud Boy member pleading guilty. Live shows, everyone. Nothing but fun. Green could help investigators understand more about the activities of the Proud Boys Central New York chapter before and during the insurrection. He had been indicted alongside Dominic Pizzola, who broke a U.S. Capitol window with a police shield to enter the building that day, and William Pepe, a Metro Transit employee who took sick leave to attend the January 6th rally. Green of Syracuse, New York, was arrested in April and has been detained in government custody for months. Green, 34, appeared via video before Judge Timothy Kelly Wednesday afternoon, asked if he wanted to give up his right to a jury trial and plead guilty. Green replied, "I do, Your Honor." Insert applause break right there, everyone. Green's lawyer said he had no prior criminal history. Judge Kelly said under federal sentencing guidelines, Green could face between 41 months and 51 months in prison with a fine between $15,000 and $150,000. Federal prosecutors said they could seek to file a motion for additional sentencing reductions if Green provides a substantial amount of help with the January 6th probe. In other words, the juicier the information you give us, Mr. Green, we're going to reduce your sentence. So the more you give, the more you get. So that's good news too. Did you like seeing the cat here? The cat, she's still at my feet right now. She knows something's not right in the house, but she's been doing well. I mean, okay with us quarantining. It's like an extra kitty. That's right, Cryptameria. So here we go. Sean says, yes, Proud Boys is just a bunch of recliner warriors who fold under real pressure. They're just cowards when they come down to it. Well said, sir. Tesla Ranger broke a U.S. Capitol window with a police shield, because that's what they do on tours, right? That's right. One Republican representative did say that, oh, it was just a bunch of tourists during the January 6th riot. No big thing, right? The Republicans have been trying to downplay the insurrection for quite a while. All right. Okay. I think we're caught up with everyone here. She is adorable, isn't she? She is a really good cat, too. All right. What's the next? This is positive. If you haven't heard this, we've been covering this story a bit, and now a new phase about the pill, about the COVID pill. It has just been okayed. Here it is, everyone. Pfizer's COVID treatment pill authorized by the FDA. It is the first pill to treat COVID people can take. It's the first pill to treat COVID. People can take it home. All right, I can speak words with my mouth. An at-home treatment for COVID-19 that can prevent serious illness was authorized by the FDA on Wednesday, offering a note of optimism for the future of the pandemic as the world faces the Omicron variant. When taken early, Pfizer's pill was 89% effective at reducing the risk of severe illness and death from COVID-19, according to the company, and was effective against Omicron. This works differently than the vaccines, of course. Typically, the vaccines target the spike protein on the virus. This pill does not. It does not focus on the spike protein. I'm just recalling from the stories that we've been covering about this pill. All right. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla, I don't know. I'm sorry. I mispronounced that. Estimated that 1,200 deaths and 6,000 hospitalizations would be prevented for every 100,000 COVID-19 patients who take the pills. The FDA said the pill, Paxlovid, was authorized for the treatment of mild to moderate coronavirus disease in anyone 12 years and older who weighs at least about 88 pounds. Patients must test positive and be at high risk for progression to severe COVID-19, including hospitalization or death. Paxlovid will be available by prescription only and should be started as soon as possible, ideally within 5 days of symptom onset, the FDA said. So this is important. If you test positive, of course, this is what we did, what my girlfriend did, is that as soon as she tested positive, she just called her doctor. This authorization provides a new tool to combat COVID-19 at a crucial time in the pandemic as new variants emerge, and promises to make antiviral treatment more accessible to patients who are at high risk for progression to severe COVID-19. Dr. Cavazzoni, director of FDA Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, said in a press release the treatment course requires taking several pills twice a day for 5 days. Tens of thousands of courses of the medication will be available this month. Woohoo! And by January, that number will grow to the hundreds of thousands. Within the first quarter of 2022, Pfizer expects to be producing millions a month. The U.S. government has already contracted with Pfizer to purchase at least 10 million courses by the end of next year at $530 a course. There is not expected to be any direct costs to patients. That is doubly good news. It would be good if it was free, like the vaccine, right? Am I right? I'm going to check out the chat before starting to close up the show, because it's getting to be that time. It is good news, John Hudson. It is good news. Because if I am correct, Paxlovid would be effective against future variants too, because it doesn't target the spike protein. That's what I recall from our earlier exploration of Paxlovid from days past, weeks past. So this is interesting from Denmark. Blazing Wizard Pope says, Denmark again today set a new record numbers for COVID cases, 128,000 sick, but only 6 more hospitalized since yesterday. So up to 72 in severe critical condition. I imagine the vaccination rate, the boosted rate, must be pretty high in Denmark. Blazing Wizard Pope. Well, Jessi Bear, yes, you are correct. The anti-vaxxers will keep taking horse dewormer instead. There will always be a segment of the population, unfortunately, who thinks the earth is flat, who doesn't believe in evolution, that doesn't think climate change is real. It is unfortunate, but yeah, it's just a fact that we live with, unfortunately, right? Yeah. All right. I think we just covered everything. We covered all the news stories. Not all the news stories. I mean, there's other news stories that we could cover, but within 25 minutes, I think we covered quite a bit. Everyone, no commercials. I dislike there's no ads here, right? If you look at the show later on, there's no ads. What really grinds my gears are those Amazon ads, the propaganda from Amazon about what a great company they are, not that I have to see when I go on other people's channels and look at their yes, I can monetize. I opt not to. The only way that this channel is monetized right now, with at least this show is monetized, is by your contributions, by super chats, by YouTube members, by patrons. People could throw me a penny or two on Venmo or PayPal. The links to those are in the description below. But yeah, no ads. I'm not going to shill. I'm not going to have my channel shill for Amazon, everyone. That's just all there is. I'm going to drop down the thank you video for YouTube members and patrons. And then I'm going to see you at 9:30, hopefully, for the after party after show. Take care, everyone. All right, I had to come back for Sean. Thank you, Sean, for the $20. Every shekel counts, every penny counts. I appreciate it. That's great. Thank you. And Blazing, following up on the situation in Denmark, we have vaccinated 4.781 million people out of 5.86 million fully. Another 250,000 had one shot. So that's 81.4 coverage. Well done. But there are young people that don't get the vaccine that are eligible. I understand. Yep. Okay. Thanks again, Sean. I appreciate it. I'll see you at 9:30, which is like less than 4 minutes away.